question received from a channel subscriber. Hello Moses, what happens to those who watch pornography and masturbate at the same time? Can you comment on the energetic and spiritual implications for those who watch this type of content? How spiritual harassments take advantage of this situation? Could you elaborate? Thank you in advance. I appreciate your question. I'm aware that when we talk about this subject, some people think I may have some prejudice or questions about it. I have nothing against human behavior. I merely observe human behavior, and I truly believe we should have a direction and a goal for ourselves. That's what I always say, make your life count. But some people might think that I have some barrier concerning any human activity in the sexual area. Everyone is free to live as they please, and it's none of my concern. I focus on my own affairs. But if I can spread a bit of good ideas to those around me, I will certainly make an effort to do so. So, let me tell you something. I want to make it clear that when it comes to topics like pornography, masturbation, or any aspect of sexuality, they tend to grab a lot more attention from people because they are everyday activities. These are things you don't need to learn as you already have the knowledge, meaning it's only a matter of time before someone learns to masturbate. During childhood, it's only a matter of time before feeling the need for sex. However, before experiencing sexual desires, a child must first learn to breathe and make efforts to seek nourishment. The need for food. These are basic human needs, essential for survival. We have already developed this area extensively. It's our physiological foundation. When we're talking about investing in pornography, for example, if you think about it, human beings have needs. The need for contact, affection, and fondness on more primitive or more advanced levels. Because you can have a very caring and affectionate sexual relationship that is totally different from violent and primitive actions that have nothing to do with individual growth. That's the reality of that situation and what happens in terms of energy. Look, the exteriorizations of energy that we do depend on our practices and our being. The activity of sex in a serious committed relationship with someone, where there is affection and warmth, is one thing, but a relationship based purely on instinct is a whole different story. We are always accompanied by what we are. That's my thought, and I can tell you that I could be wrong. We are always accompanied by what we are. If you're needy, desperate, depressed, hungry for sex, hungry for masturbation, it's obvious that the gang around you is a bad crowd that will really drain your energy and will encourage you to practice it more. And this kind of spirituality only grows, it doesn't diminish, because that's what the world population is like. People always look for the easiest, they don't look for work to improve themselves. It requires effort, so I think that differentiates people a lot. The sincere attempt to become a better person versus the empty promise. There's a huge difference, because everyone wants that. Yes, I want to be better. It's good to say that, and it's good to start, but continuing is another story. So when you practice something on that low level, the chaperones are terrible, they're not of good quality. They're escorts who want to make you dependent, escorts who vampirize your energy. Start practicing pornography and you'll see that you will feel a growing compulsion to watch pornography and to experience sexuality in the various ways it presents itself. You will stop looking a person in the eye to always look at the lower part of the person, their genitals. Why is that? It's because you are in a situation where you are not growing, you are going down. And I always talk about our growth, our evolution, emphasizing it demands effort, a path that we have to take to solidify our beliefs. I often stress the importance of simplicity as a technique for personal development. However, some people want a quick fix solution by requesting things like an astral projection kit, a clairvoyance kit, an evolution kit, or a kit to fix their behavior. That won't work. It only works when there's a sincere will to make changes in our behavior. But to make these changes we'll have to accept some knowledge that often contradicts everything we've already learned. And it's obvious that energetically, anyone practicing this is not progressing. Rather, they are regressing, and their spiritual companions are also becoming worse. That person gets dumber and dumber, with more difficulty in discerning things. You may ask, gee, so I can't practice. You can do whatever you want. I believe that decisions should be made with common sense and a sincere desire for improvement, not just for pleasure. I'll provide you with an example to clarify the concept of pleasure. You decide to take a shower. You enter the shower cabin and stay there enjoying that warm water falling on your head. Then 10 minutes pass by, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, and you're still in the show. You are enjoying yourself so much, you can't get out. Another person goes to take a shower, comes in, soaps up, washes up and leaves. It took 4 or 5 minutes, more or less, it doesn't matter, but it was a nice bath. So the definition of our intentions in what we do is fundamental. I keep observing human behavior because that's been my life's work, behavior, and spirituality, and I see that we like what is convenient. We'll always have an excuse, we'll never observe details. We'll say, wow, that's so nice, and that observation is an emotional thing. It could be placed above the emotional and sentimental level if we have the discernment and competence to take advantage of it. So from my point of view, the practice or consumption of pornography is the opposite of evolution. But you'll hear people saying, no, it's necessary, we need a stimulus. I believe humans do not require external stimuli, unless they convince themselves of that need. The stimulus is always natural. Things in our lives should happen and flow naturally so that we don't carry unnecessary burdens. Harassing spirits put a straw in you, an astral straw, when you're masturbating or consuming pornography, and you wouldn't even want to see what happens, because they attach to you and really drain your energy. You often don't realize that. You may have sensations that you don't really understand because these sensations are always permeated by a little bit of pleasure. After all, that's what they can offer you, momentary pleasures that go away fast, while they're stealing your energy. Can you imagine having this kind of company? No way. You can't improve your life, in every way, your emotional life, professional life, social life, family life, spiritual life, doing things that are so wrong. No way, there's no point in making excuses, because the excuses we have, as the word itself says, are mere excuses. To improve, seek out resources, not excuses. That's it.
Would you like to participate in a work of energy giving from afar that is benefiting thousands of people? Click on the link below for more information.